I will spend the evening in meditation and prayer, asking soon for protection and insight as we venture into the cave tomorrow. It's important to be spiritually prepared for whatever we may encounter.
Well, Ren will go ahead and try and get some sleep.
Okay.
Egress will just meditate and go to bed eventually.
So, as you're all sleeping, or at a certain point while you're sleeping, you are quietly awakened by the first mate, and she brings you up to the deck where you see this faint glow coming from beneath the waves.
Like towards the cave or further out to sea?
Almost like straight down, but a little bit further out to sea.
Do they have like a rope ladder off the side of the boat?
Mm-hmm.
I want to climb down and stick my head under water, see if I can see what's...
It's just a glow coming from deep, deep down in the ocean. It's way down there. You're not even certain if you could swim that far. Do you try?
No. No.
But it almost pulses when you get your head under the water and you're looking and you can see it's like way down there in the dark depths is just sort of a pulsing glow. It almost looks like it's shaped like an eye. And then it fades away and back to darkness. Back to bed?
Yep.
Hey, it's morning. Everybody has a long rest in.
Maybe we should just go ahead and do this thing.
I'm ready.
Let's get moving.
Okay. Into the cave you go.
That is a cool cave.
You're able to bring the dinghy just 100 feet in, and then at a certain point you have to park it. There is water flowing out, like a river, small, like a creek.
Is it fresh water?
Yeah, it's going to be brackish.
Well, I guess we proceed with caution.
Do we want to take this slow, stealth it out, or...?
Yeah, I think we should take it slow and try not to make a lot of noise. Try not to get soaked.
Agreed.
All right.
So we need to make stealth checks?
Yes.
That's unfortunate.
6.
6. Dirty 20.
So you're counting on Seraphina this time.
Yeah.
As we enter the cave, I keep a watchful eye on our surroundings, ready to lend my aid to the group. I trust in Suna to guide us through whatever challenges we may face in these depths.
She's so considerate.
That's what our cleric is like.
I rolled an 8, so with my +1 dexterity modifier, my stealth check is 9.
So we're clattering along.
Mm-hmm. It kind of echoes a bit. It's almost impossible to remain silent with the echoing off the walls in here.
Is there actual holes in the ceiling?
I knew you were going to ask that. There is.
There is.
But they're very, very tall. Like, you look up, and it goes up like 400 feet.
I'm more thinking about if the tide starts to raise, we can hop in the dinghy and either outside the cave if it's closer or to a hole.
There are openings.
There are openings.
So we have a chance to survive if the tide comes in.
Which means that somewhere at the top of the cliff, there's a hole. You might even see like the bones of an animal laying on the rocks beneath one of the holes and it accidentally fallen through. Okay, I have a description here. As you delve into the mouth of the sunken caves, the light of day quickly fades behind you, swallowed by the oppressive darkness of the caverns. The sound of dripping water echoes through the tunnels, and the air is cool and damp with the scent of the sea. These ancient passageways are a water-filled labyrinth, a network of tunnels and chambers that hold secrets long submerged beneath the tides. The walls are slit with algae and barnacles, and the floors are an uneven tapestry of rock and sand. Pools of clear, still water reflect the cavern ceilings, concealing the depths below. So you basically just continue down the caves.
I think so.
Okay. There are like little ways off this way and ways off that way. You can kind of see goes a little ways and then ends, maybe a little room off to the side that's been carved out by water. And some of them you can see markings on the walls, signs of ancient rituals, faded murals depicting scenes of worship and reverence to forgotten deities, altars eroded by time, yet still adorned with offerings encrusted with salt and lime. In some chambers, the remnants of a lost civilization peer out from the sediment. Broken pottery and statuary hinting at a once thriving culture that succumbed to the encroaching sea.
What kind of offerings are on the altars?
Fingers and toes, or like flowers and spices?
As it gets darker, you can see that it's illuminated by fungus and mushrooms. A couple of the altars you will see maybe a pile of bones that are more recent, obviously like stacked up onto one of the old, ancient, decayed altars.
What's the echo like in here?
It's a big echo.
Acoustically pleasing.
Yes.
Oh, that's so tempting.
And your feet do get wet here from time to time. You have to walk through, like if you look at that image, you're getting your feet wet.
How deep is that water?
A foot if you walk on top of the rocks. 2 feet if you step off. Maybe 3 in some of the deeper pools.
Well, I guess we just are gonna have to keep going forward. I think we should pause every now and then and listen to see if we can hear any kind of chanting or unlikely sounds.
Make a perception check. Everybody. Egress, you have advantage.
13.
11.
I got a 19.
Okay, maybe you do hear something deeper down the cave. Probably chanting. It sounds kind of like the chanting you heard, but
Far away.
far away. But with that echo, it's mutating the sound enough that you can't really make out.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to just keep proceeding.
So as you traveled a certain ways in, you come to a very large chamber that has several directions to go. It continues on forward largely, as this large chamber, like this, continues forward. But on the right, there's a passageway going out this way and another one going also to the right, and then like 20 feet farther down another. So there's basically 3 passageways to the right. One here, one there, kind of widening like this, and another 20 feet, another passageway. And then the big cave continues forward. And you can choose to go forward or take one of those side passageways.
Do you want to tell which way the chanting is coming from?
Make another perception check.
All of us?
Yeah, if you want to.
13.
18.
9.
So egress, you're pretty sure it's just coming down from the large cave.
It's coming down from the main way, but if anyone's tempted to go down any of the other paths.
Do any of them seem like shorter? Like something we should investigate on the side before we proceed? Like poke our head in and see if there's anything there, or do they all just twist away so much we can't tell?
How do you try to determine that?
Listening to the echoes of the water?
From the middle of the large cave? Or do you actually go to
I might move closer to the entrance.
the first one?
Yeah.
This one continues into the darkness beyond your vision. And you're pretty certain that the chanting is not coming from this path.
Okay, I'll move on to the next one.
The next one, as you get closer to the entrance to this cave outlet, you see a flicker of light that's beyond your dark vision range, but it's basically just a flicker that's maybe 80 feet away, flickering in a way that you wouldn't see from the mushrooms and fungus. Is anybody else moving?
I'll be moving with Ren. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll go up to the third one to see what we see.
The third one is the same as the second one. It has the same flicker. It looks like they go to the same place. And as you're standing here, egress, you're pretty sure that some of the chanting is coming from right down this tunnel now. But if you kind of put your head back and listen down the long tunnel, it sounds like it's coming from there as well.
I think this is the direction we need to go.
Go through the small one first. I agree. We can see something down there now, so...
I will trust that and follow.
Okay,
Clear the map.
clear that.
Cast Mage Armor on myself.
Place your characters here in your marching order. And I'm going to have everybody make another stealth check.
15.
19.
Dirty 20.
I rolled a 15 plus 1 dex, so my stealth check is 16.
So, as you cautiously approach the small cave room, the air thickens with an unsettling aura. Before you, 6 cultists cloaked in tattered robes encircle a worn-out altar. Their chants, low and monotonous, reverberate off the damp walls, filled with an eerie sense of devotion. The altar, a crude stone construction, is distressingly adorned with bits of bloody feet and hands, suggesting Reeton and macabre offerings. The room itself is humid and dimly lit. Moss clings to the walls, thriving in the cave's dampness, adding a green hue to the otherwise bleak environment. Flickering candles haphazardly placed on rocky ledges cast dancing shadows that play across the cultists' faces and the cave's irregular surfaces, creating a scene that is both mesmerizing and deeply unsettling. The cultists, absorbed in their ritual, have yet to notice your presence, offering you a moment of surprise. What do you do?
I'm a little too far away to do anything. Other than that, I will, if we've got time, I'll cast Bardic Inspiration on Henrik and Egress.
Okay. Anyone else?
Do we just want to time this?
What do you mean just time it? Oh, just like charge in? Maybe we should try and get closer. I mean, they're pretty busy doing what they're doing, but we can get a lot closer.
Move for 1 round's movement, 30 feet. 40 for you if you're moving full speed.
I'm just gonna do 30. That puts us roughly at the entrance.
I think just move us all up right behind you. We'll kind of be on the other side, you know.
Make another stealth check.
$21.
6.
Dirty 20.
Okay, you're able to get closer. You can make a surprise attack from this position.
The
You can have a
surprise.
pre-initiative strike. One of you can have a pre-initiative strike.
Only one of us?
Only one of you.
Okay.
Doesn't hurt.
Let's back up a little bit. And then I'll just cast Firebolt.
Okay. Make an attack roll.
On just a black robe guy. 16, 17.
Hit. Roll damage.
8.
Okay. You hurt him badly. Clothes, tattered robes catch fire. Roll initiative.
7.
19.
I got a 13 plus 1, so that's a 14 for my initiative roll.
Egress, you are first.
Yeah, I'll hold my action for now, see what they do.
Seraphina is next.
I will also hold my action, ready to cast a healing spell if needed.
And that brings us to them. The one that got hit staggers a bit as he turns around. This one has a melee attack on... Who's that right there?
Egress.
Egress. Tries to stab you with a dagger, 16.
My AC is 16.
Oh, sorry, 18.
Okay, that's a hit then.
You take 4 points of damage. The one right behind him begins to chant dark ritual. Make a wisdom save, please. Egress.
Dirty 20.
Okay. He tries to cause you psychic damage and fails. You feel yourself resist. Who is this right here?
Henrik.
Henrik, there's more chanting coming from back here. Make a wisdom save. Make 2 wisdom saves.
21, and then 14 for the other.
Okay, again, same thing. You resist psychic damage. Rin.
I'm going to cast Shatter on these two. It's a Constitution savings throw.
Fail. Fail.
18.
Blood shoots out of their orifices and they collapse.
Woohoo!
Henrik.
I think I'm just going to move up that little bit, and I'm going to cast Firebolt on the one I've already hit again.
Okay.
Not 20.
Roll damage.
It's a D10.
D10, so add 10 points.
So 16.
Okay. Yeah, he just pretty much incinerates. From the knees up is gone. Just falls to ash where his 2 legs are left standing there.
Does Henrik laugh like that?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Seraphina.
I use my bonus action to cast Healing Word on Egress, healing her for 4 hit points.
I then hold my action in case someone else might need further healing.
She's gonna move forward and attack this guy. And we're gonna use my quarterstaff. Does an 18 hit him?
Yes.
We're doing 2-handed. So he'll take 4 damage. Then we'll do the flurry of blows as the bonus action. Does a 17 hit him?
Yes.
So it's gonna be a total of 9 points. Does a 15 hit him?
Yes.
There we go. So 12 plus 9.
You beat him to death with your fists. Okay, you don't see any other targets at this point.
Do I hear him?
Make a perception check.
With advantage?
Yes.
Did we not see them kind of?
You saw them leave the room, one in that direction, one in the other direction.
21.
You can hear the echoes of footsteps coming from down this hallway, getting more and more distant.
Just that hallway?
Yes.
Not this hallway?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna yell back and say that somebody is leaving down the tunnel that way.
So if we go back to the top of the round, we're back to egress.
Right, she's gonna chase after this guy who's running down the tunnel. He's moved more, even though...
His action was at the end of the round. Took off on the first round, and then the second round. If you do use a cheat point, you're pretty sure that you can catch him, even with his head start. You saw him go.
She sensed him.
You don't know what's down that tunnel, but if you dash after him, you probably will be able to catch him.
Okay, so I'll use a cheat point. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Can you move in the rest of the way?
45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80.
You are within 5 feet of him.
Oh.
As I'm like dashing down the tunnel, I'm gonna swing my quarterstaff at him.
Okay, make an attack roll.
Is that with advantage since his back is turned, or?
Yes.
18.
Hit, roll damage.
Damage. 7.
Okay. Whack, you hurt him badly.
So then I will use my last cheat point to do a flurry of blows on him. 18.
Roll damage,
7 points of damage.
and you take him down.
Do we still hear the footsteps of that other guy?
No. Okay, from your position, egress, right where he dropped, you can see, sense. Give me a perception check with advantage.
Perception, 19.
There sounds to be a very large cavern, kind of right in front of you. Maybe there's like a rock or something like right in front of you that maybe you can hear the echo of this guy hitting the ground, kind of bounce off of this rock that's right there. But beyond that rock, like
It's like the room
there's
just
a
expands.
big opening ahead.
Okay, so knowing that information, I'm just gonna like steady myself and like try and stealth.
Roll stealth.
Nat 20.
Hey.
Nice.
Seraphina nods approvingly at the swift action taken by the group, her eyes scanning the cave room to ensure no immediate threats remain. She steps forward cautiously, her mace ready, just in case any hidden dangers lurk in the shadows. I suggest we quickly search the room for any clues or items that these cultists might have left behind, she says, her voice echoing slightly in the now silent chamber. There might be something here that can give us more insight into their activities or plans. We should also be wary of traps or hidden passages. Such places are often more than they seem. Seraphina begins to carefully examine the altar and the surrounding area, looking for anything out of the ordinary or of significance, her senses attuned to any hint of danger or discovery.
I will move forward into the chamber and begin to investigate.
Okay.
Is this guy like further down the hall now? Like,
We didn't even see him go down.
no, not from the. We were back here. We
You saw one run in that direction.
So I do know he went that way.
Yeah, you all do.
I want to go back out to the main cave
Mm-hmm.
and see if I can try and either beat him there or see where he's going.
like try and like intercept him or like.
well,
meet him
because you have the
outside?
big cave.
Yes.
Mhm.
I want to go out to the big cave and like watch.
Okay. You don't see him.
Can't hear him.
No.
I'm still going to investigate the room.
Okay. Make an investigation check.
We're all separated right now.
Never go down the hallway alone.
That's 27.
The thing that stands out the most, Anarin, is the pile of bloody hands and feet on the ancient and worn altar.
Do these hands and feet have the fingers and toes cut off?
Yes.
Oh, that's sad. I will look around for any kind of cloth or discarded bag or something that I can gather them.
There are a couple of bags here and some leather straps.
I will do my best to fashion a bag and gather the pieces.
The leather straps are also covered in blood.
Yeah, I will gather up the body parts, and I don't know if I want to just carry them around. I'll just set them to the side so that when we leave, I can grab them on the way out. I don't want to carry them.
Okay.
That's kind of gross. Is there a place, or do I got to go back out to the big cave to like wash my hands and?
Yes.
Okay.
The big cave has the creek.
Well, I'll go back out to where Henrik is watching and wash as quietly as I can.
Egress is gonna stealth her way back down the tunnel to come and tell the others that there's a big cave out that way.
Which way do you go? The way you came in?
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead and give me another perception check with advantage.
17.
As you are passing by this location right here, you think you may hear some breathing coming from that passageway right over there.
Some breathing. Okay. I'm gonna move closer and listen carefully to see if I can sense if it's like somebody I know or one of the enemies.
Make an insight check.
17.
You're pretty sure it's not one of your party members. It's probably the cultist that ran down the hallway.
I'm gonna run up and start swinging with my quarterstaff then.
Make an attack roll.
Ooh, 13.
You hit him.
4 points.
Okay.
Where's Seraphina?
She was searching the room. She didn't find anything more in there.
Okay.
Seraphina's still in there. She hasn't done any other actions yet, so
Does she notice me? Attacking?
that would gather her attention. We can go ahead and roll initiative.
For just me and Seraphina?
Yeah.
13.
Okay. The cultist attacks you. 15.
Miss.
I'll allow you two to move a round of movement.
Do we hear the fighting?
Make perception checks.
7.
Okay, so
Seeing Egress in combat, I raise my hand, channeling the divine energy of Suna, and cast Sacred Flame at the cultist. The light of my deity seeks to purge the darkness before us. The result of my Sacred Flame spell damage roll is 5.
yeah, that combat's over. That was very quick.
So I guess we'll just continue to make our way around.
Okay, once you make your way around, you see another dead cultist that was trying to hide in the hallway there, that was dispatched by Egress and Seraphina.
Well done.
Bravo, Egress.
Doesn't sound very sincere coming from you.
What do you mean?
I just
I'm
turn
very
away and
sincere.
walk down back into the middle of the room.
I'm gonna go up to the cultists and lead them. Not sincere.
We're not in combat. What do you do? Go back to the small chamber?
I'm gonna go ahead and investigate that chamber back here.
Okay.
I'm just gonna start looting the cultists, see if there's any more parchment papers, gold.
You find a few gold pieces on each one, totaling 15. There are 2 silver daggers with ornate handles, covered in blood. The blades covered in blood.
Okay, I'll give both daggers to Egress, because you were looking for their daggers earlier, and I'll just give you 15 gold.
One of them is wearing a jade amulet with an inscribed symbol of the cult. In the back, Anarin, there's a crate with some stuff in it.
Does it happen to be like fine silks and
No.
such in a locked box?
There's a collection of candles, some half burned. Obviously what they're using for lighting and possibly ritualistic purposes. There are 4 vials of dark liquid.
I will take the 4 vials and 2 candles.
Okay.
Once everyone makes their way back into the main chamber together, I'm going to inform them that there is a bigger chamber down that corridor.
And say we proceed with caution.
Let's keep going.
And out of that room, there is a passageway
Another passage.
kind of coming out this way from behind these mushrooms, like so.
Do you think it goes into the same hallway, Egress?
I'm not too certain.
Maybe if you stand there in the doorway and listen, you'll be able to hear the echoes.
Yeah, I could make a
I'll give you a perception check if you stand there and listen.
perception. That's dirty 20.
Yeah, based on the echoes from the sound coming down, it sounds like that big cavern is down that hallway as well. They probably come together
Okay.
at the big chamber.
So did we want to split up and go 2 and 2 again? So that we're coming from different angles?
And there is a pathway, a hallway going that way, out of that same room.
Am I able to hear anything
Yeah,
down
go
that
ahead.
side?
Make another perception check with advantage. You hear what sounds like a low hum, almost like a magical hum.
I'll inform the party of this strange magical hum.
I say down the magical hum corridor.
I'm fine with that.
Can I take a 30-minute break to regain my chi points? A little 30-minute rest?
So maybe Egress should stay here and rest, and Henrik and I can go down the tunnel and investigate. Just stealth down the tunnel, look in the big chamber, and see what we see.
So Serafina stays with me,
Yeah.
so we know when separated.
If you're okay with that, Egress.
That would give her a chance to rest and be defended, and we can go see, because that chamber might be empty. Might not even have anything in it. But we should know before we proceed.
So which way are we going?
I'd say let's just come down
To
this
the
way.
big chamber?
The big chamber, just to peek in. Reconnaissance.
Sure, we can do a slight reconnaissance.
I will stay here and stand guard while Egress meditates to regain her energy.
Yeah, so I'll just basically, meditate for 30 minutes. I'll probably sit up against some rocks, back to the rocks, and just meditate, rest, get back my chi.
Okay.
Okay, and then I guess Henrik and Ren.
Stealth checks.
10.
6.
You get to the entrance of this large chamber and give me perception checks.
22.
9.
Okay, again, there are murals, symbols carved into the walls and the posts, ancient broken pottery shards, candles lit here and there. Anarin, you are pretty sure that there are several more cultists in this room hiding in wait.
I will motion to Henrik to pull back. I mean, although we have been doing pretty good, because we can just wait. We could actually wait halfway up the tunnel and see if they come creeping out and hit them all in a line.
Yeah, we can try and ambush them almost here.
Yeah, we can just wait and see if they come forward.
Let's do that.
How long do you wait?
30 minutes.
At least 30 minutes so that she can get her meditation in.
Okay. Give me another perception check.
Hey, 21.
You just stop rolling in the box, apparently.
Dirty 20.
The 21, you think you saw a shadow move at the end of this hallway, just at the edge of your dark vision.
Okay.
But you couldn't even make out what it was.
I'll wait until I can see some.
Nothing comes down the hallway.
I think we go ahead and wait for Egress to be ready.
30 minutes goes
And
by.
then all of us can just go down there and clear it.
I am ready to go.
Okay, you approach the large cavern. What do you do? How do you approach?
I'm gonna listen to see if I can hear where any of the enemies might be at.
Make a perception check.
Why?
5.
An 8.
You don't hear anything.
I'm gonna put a bardic inspiration on Henrik.
I mean,
Egress is
I
listening.
I moved
I cast
out.
bardic
Okay.
inspiration. We've all taken a turn.
Okay,
Nothing so far.
nothing so far.
Anyone else do anything?
I'll move out to this corner of the rock.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Do I see them like hiding behind pillars?
Make a perception check.
Natural 20.
You see some shadows move.
Do I know what that could mean?
There's something in here that is extremely stealthy or well hidden. You're pretty sure that there's something hidden in here awaiting in ambush. You can't tell what it is or how many there are. They got a natural 20 on their stealth checks as well.
You know something's there, but they also know that you're there.
Your roll is high enough, though, to know that there's something
Yeah,
here.
there is
Just a
something.
glimmer of a shadow, but not enough to give you any information.
I'm going to go over here. We're gonna walk out and say, I am Lord Henrik, devourer of stars, and I demand that we talk face to face.
Make a persuasion check.
Forceful present. 14. Bardic Inspiration. 17.
Ah, fresh arrivals. How delightful. I was beginning to worry I'd run out of materials. Thank you for bringing your bodies to my sanctuary. I promise I'll put them to good use.